A saga of transformation and trust. Part 1. The Desert Bloom. Childhood and Youth. The Solitary Dawn. The Loss. The guide is born into a respected clan, but loses his father before birth and his mother in early childhood. He is cared for by a generous elderly grandfather, then a loving but financially struggling uncle. The Shepherd. His earliest job is tending sheep on vast, silent plains. This period develops his deep patience, solitude, and observation skills. The Extraordinary Sign, a non-religious miracle, a profound natural blessing occurring when he is in the care of a desert family. For example, their meager flock suddenly produces abundant milk, or a dry well flows when he arrives, portrayed as a mysterious natural phenomenon. Key trait established. He is known even as a child for his unwavering truthfulness. The Merchant of Trust. Early travels. As a young man, he joins caravans for trade, traveling to distant lands with a mentor, his uncle. The focus is on the harshness of the journey and the complex dynamics of ancient trade. The Partnership. He begins working for a highly successful older businesswoman, Lady K, Khadija. He handles her most difficult and valuable trades, earning her complete trust through his integrity and meticulous record-keeping. The Reputation. Local and visiting merchants all recognize him. He acquires the titles, the Truthful and the Trustworthy, a badge of honor in a world of deceit. The Marriage. His deep respect, honesty, and competence lead to the businesswoman proposing to him. A strong, equal partnership is formed, emphasizing mutual respect. The Arbitrator. The crisis of the Keystone, a major non-religious conflict erupts in the central city over who has the right to place a sacred cultural object, the Black Stone, back into a rebuilt significant cultural structure, the Kaaba. Clan leaders are ready for war. The Solution. The guide, respected by all, is called upon to mediate. His brilliant diplomatic solution, using a cloth so all clan leaders lift the stone together, is detailed, showing his wisdom and conflict resolution skills. Family Life. Chapters focus on his deep love for his wife and daughters, portraying him as an exceptionally kind, fair, and playful father, husband. Part 2. The Call to Action. The Beginning of the Mission. Focus. The Weight of Leadership and Revelation. The Great Silence. The Retreat. The guide, burdened by the surrounding society's corruption, injustice, and mistreatment of the poor, begins to retreat to a solitary cave on a mountain of light, Jabal an-Nur. This is portrayed as a search for universal truth and a better way of life. The Astonishment. The First Encounter. A powerful, terrifying, and overwhelming experience occurs in the cave. A brilliant being of light and sound, the angel Gabriel, Jibril, appears and delivers a message. The guide is terrified, confused, and physically shaken. The narrative focuses on the sheer non-religious awe and sensory overload. Lady K's comfort. He returns, shaking, to his wife, who believes in his profound honesty and supports him, assuring him that a man of his character cannot be abandoned. Whispers of Change. The early followers, the first few people, his wife, a loyal friend, a young cousin, and an enslaved man, recognize the authenticity of his message of social justice, radical equality, and monotheism, referred to as worshiping the one true source. The Public Stance. The guide begins to openly share his teachings. The initial message focuses on caring for the orphans and the destitute, fairness in business, and the abolition of social hierarchies based on wealth or birth. The Pushback. The powerful leaders of the city, whose wealth and status depend on the old, unequal ways, begin to oppose him. They see his message as a direct threat to their authority and lucrative businesses. Part 3. Trials and Triumphs. Focus. Courage, persecution, and empathy. The Exile. Increased persecution. Followers are tortured, economically boycotted, and publicly humiliated. The narrative highlights the intense suffering and the followers' enduring faith in the guide's principles. The Journey Across the Sea. A group of followers secretly flees to a distant land across the water, Abyssinia, seeking refuge with a just and powerful king. The king's amazement at their unwavering moral code is a key scene. The year of sorrow. The devastating loss of his beloved wife and his protective uncle occur in succession. The guide faces immense personal grief while still maintaining his public duties. The Great Escape. The plot. The powerful leaders of the city, fearing the guide's growing influence, plot to assassinate him in a coordinated attack by representatives from every clan to prevent retaliation. The strategic move. A detailed, action-packed account of the secret plan to leave the city. The guide and his closest friend, the companion, Abu Bakr, must evade multiple checkpoints and pursuers in the dark of night. The Cave of Refuge. A thrilling scene where the guide and the companion hide in a cave while their pursuers search the entrance. A natural element, a spider's web, bird's nest, portrayed as an amazing coincidence, convinces the search party that the cave is empty. The New Horizon, the long, arduous journey to a different city, Medina or Yathrib, where a welcoming community awaits them. The narrative emphasizes the theme of seeking justice and peace. Part 4. The Architect of Community. Focus, statesmanship, forgiveness, and final legacy. The City of Unity. The Pact. Upon arrival, the guide crafts a document establishing a peaceful, multicultural community where all tribes and individuals, regardless of background, have equal rights and responsibilities. This is a foundational text of justice and citizenship. The Brotherhood. He creates a powerful bond between the old and the newcomers, having them share wealth and homes, emphasizing radical generosity and community support. The Defense. The constant threat from the old city leads to defensive battles, Badr, Ahad, and Trench. These are described as complex, strategic military narratives where the guide's genius, compassion for the defeated, and tactical brilliance are highlighted. The Great Return. The Forgiveness. The eventual, triumphant return to the original city. Instead of exacting revenge on those who persecuted him and his followers for decades, the guide announces a universal amnesty. This act of forgiveness is the ultimate demonstration of his character and a profound act of statesmanship. The Final Message. A summary of his core life principles delivered to a massive gathering shortly before his death. The focus is on human equality. No person is superior to another. Fairness to women, and upholding the rights of the weak. The Legacy. The final chapter focuses on his quiet passing, the profound grief of his followers, and the enduring principles he left behind, which transformed an entire region.